I got a really fun note back that was like, it was supposed to make me feel good. It was, congratulations, you are now the highest paid actress on Freeform. Oh, great. I'm earning the same as what I earned on Pretty Little Liars. And now that now that Pretty Little Liars is over, I'm the top earner on the network, but it's the female. So I was like, okay, hold on. So what's
the male?
Wait,
I'm the top female. I'm not the top like actor earner on the network. I was the top female.
What?
So I was like,
did the men
what
on
does
Pretty
that
Little Liars
mean?
make more than the women?
That's an unfair thing. It's unfair and not unfair. I don't think that they made more in a total, but per episode.
I don't think fans really understand because they think that people become so rich off shows like Pretty Little Liars that even the girls, I remember they said that I can't remember the 4th season or 5th season, they all went in together to go and get a pay rise because once you've been paid, you pay your manager, your agent, your lawyer,
26%.
Then you pay $5,000 for your publicist. You're getting, and then tax. You're getting like 30% of what you make, which again is better than minimum wage. But it's not a lot of money,
right?
Well, on top of that, it's one of those things where it's hard. You look at a show like Pretty Little Liars and how successful it was worldwide, and then you compare it to shows where you know they are getting more money for what they're doing, either the same success or less success, and you're like, they're earning, I'm not even kidding,
10 times,
20 times, sometimes more than what we were earning. And we're doing more episodes, so we're spending more time on set, not able to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of like, yeah. And then, not getting syndication and all the things.
Do you get residuals? Do you guys get residuals?
I do.
I get residuals now from HBO Max.
You didn't get them before?
Oh, when it went to Netflix, we didn't.
I got residuals.
I did too. That's
Not
the only
Netflix.
reason I was.
You wanted it from Freeform
I used to get like
That might have been
random,
from
like a $10,000 check.
before Netflix.
Always, since I started.
Well, I got residuals before when they were rerunning them on Freeform.
Gotcha.
But there was a 3-year period
where it was
when
on
the show
Netflix.
was ending. Yeah, that they sold it to Netflix, and then those 3 years we didn't get anything because there were no streaming laws to cover us for that.
I feel like I've steadily gotten a paycheck from, but not 10. Like
I'm
nothing,
glad,
but steadily.
Not a lot.
Is there like a recurring? Is it a different contract?
We weren't series regulars,
right?
Oh, maybe
I was
that is the
asked to
difference.
be a series regular, and I turned it down.
That might have been the difference. I wonder how
The
that
different.
works.
I know Nickelodeon is totally different, but like as main characters on Nickelodeon, we don't get paid residuals, but all of the
That's true.
supporting characters still do. That was a clause I thought was specific to Nickelodeon. But that's so
Yeah,
that's
so anything that's
interesting.
rerun on like Freeform or whatever, we'll get residuals from that. But yeah, that Netflix period. Yeah.
I always used to think, because I thought, well, if the girls didn't get paid that much on the show, they're probably getting a butt ton. Because I thought, well, if I'm getting checks, then they're getting, I was in 57 episodes. They're in 150, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, no. Yes, 57. So they're getting 3 times and then probably more money because their deal's probably better. I thought everyone's getting all these crazy checks coming in.
Well, I mean,
Not
I'm
quite.
sure you get a fatty residual check before that, but then that 3-year span, if you broke it down, including those 3 years, I bet it's like similar.
So
to,
now with like the strike being over, it's not from Pretty Little Liars, it's just from other things I've done on Netflix. Now that I'm getting residuals from Netflix, I'm like, holy shit, I'm doing the same math where I'm like, if we were getting residuals from Netflix at the peak at that time, if these checks are this size, I can't even imagine what the checks would have been.
Yep.
For Pretty Little Liars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
You talk about PCOS, and how are you now with that?
Yeah. So it's been quite the journey. Polycystic ovary syndrome, for people that don't know, it's a hormone imbalance, hormone disease, and it's hard because it looks different on everybody. So many women have it that don't know. So many women that have had ovarian cancer or have had like fibromyalgia or weird things are connected to PCOS. They had it before or it's a side effect of. It's really complicated to deal with because everybody responds differently. Mine, you saw it in weight gain. You saw it in, well, that was the most visual side that you could see it from me. Internally, it was like not regular periods, fatigue, like just in general rejection of things that were good for my body. Like I would physically throw up after eating like a salad, which made no sense, right? Seems like it's been a long journey. I went to 17 gynecologists. They all thought that I was crazy. Like I got asked questions like, well, you must be lying because like, how many times do you go to a fast food restaurant? Like tell me. Like it was like it was like I was making it all up in my head, essentially. I went to one endocrinologist and I told her what I was, dealing with. And she was like, I think you've got PCOS. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I've never heard about that. Like, what is that? And excuse me. And she was the one that pinpointed it. And it was just testing my hormone levels. How much testosterone do you have? Usually women have a higher level of testosterone. Vitamin D deficient, like simple things. I tried a couple medications, like I'm on metformin still. That really helps me. And essentially that just, for my case, helps keep my ovulation regular, which helps my period regulate. But it was not fully successfully balanced until after Hendrix. Hendrix, like through pregnancy, which is a very, very, very small percentage of women that this happens to, it actually regulates your hormones.
Did for me.
It did?
What?
I had no anxiety. Like
it's amazing.
I have anxiety based on my hormones being all over the place.
Yeah.
And I was the calmest. I felt great.
Yeah. So that has been life-changing. So the first time I'd ever had a regular period in my life was 5 months after having him. Yeah.
The weight gain, though, when it showed up in the show, did you, and no one really knew what was going on?
I didn't know what was going on.
Did you feel, and it's 14 years ago where like weight was just, diet culture was just so in our
crazy.
faces. And the things where Hannah was saying in like the episode, like one of the episodes is my face looked fatter on one side than the other. And then Mona was like,
why are you giving me like this muffin? Like my boyfriend just dumped me for somebody who weighs 11 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, it was just constantly pushing our faces.
What was that experience like?
The hard part was that I didn't know what was happening. Because if I knew, okay, well, this is happening because of PCOS, I'm gaining weight, I'm fluctuating. I gained 75 pounds in 1 year and I had no idea why.
And you're on a TV show.
And I'm on a TV show, right? And I'm playing the it girl character.
Oh, God.
And so it's like, if I knew what it was, I could have been outspoken about it. I could have been like, guys, this is happening. Go to your doctors, get this checked. This is how I'm dealing with it. It would have been, I wouldn't say easier, but in ways it would have, because I would have had an explanation for myself and also something to give other people. Because of course it was, is she pregnant? That was the first one, because that's the easiest thing that people go to. And then, I got everything under the sun, and that's where social media comes into it, which is just really unfortunate. I'd say that for the most part, people were fine on set. Like I didn't get any crazy, like nobody came to me and was like, you need to lose weight. But I felt it in other ways. I felt it in the writing. It was.
What would they say?
No, like not like the writers coming to me. I just mean like I could feel a transition of like what they were doing in the show.
Oh, with your character,
with my character, right? And then of course the way that I was dressed, I looked like a politician for like 3 years.
You did. I looked back at someone. I was like, "What are you wearing?
What the fuck am I wearing?"
Always a blazer.
I love our wardrobe team, but like I hated what happened. And essentially, it was like covering it up, right? It was like the sweaters or the blazers or the like whatever they thought that was like. To me, it did the opposite. It did
totally opposite, right?
Did they say anything to you?
Nobody questioned me on it. I think they were just. I think they were fairly respectful about it, considering. I don't want to put blame on anybody on that side. But as far as like the pressure to be a certain size or a certain way of looking, when I was, 13 and had like a nice, great 13-year-old metabolism, sure, I was a smaller size in my jeans. And there was a jean comparison size where somebody said to me, oh my gosh, well, that this actress is a certain size, like you're smaller than her in your jean sizes. And it was like something I should be proud of. And that always stuck with me, because I was like, now that I'm not, now that I am like, 5 sizes bigger in jeans than this other actress, like, now what? And what are you saying about me to that person or to the, you know what I mean?
Right.